Hey guys, Sarferaaz Khaan here. For a small change today, let me start this video with a quote. Every individual should learn how to start, finance and manage a small business. This will give millions of people the skills necessary to make a livelihood in case they have to leave a job or unable to find one. From this quote, we can really understand one simple thing. It is really necessary for a person, especially a young one, to learn some basic concepts about business and entrepreneurship. Especially in these times of uncertainty, where we don't know what is going to happen next, it is really necessary to be skillful and learned in this particular area. But on the other side, this doesn't mean everyone should be starting a business in the future. That is totally your choice. But having some knowledge over here, no matter in which field you are, would always benefit you. By that way, in this video, we are going to look into the 10 things about business that every person, especially the young ones, should learn about. Before going to this video, if you're coming here for the first time and are looking for ways to become the best ever version of yourself and gain amazing levels of knowledge, you have come to the right place. Without wasting any more time, let's get started right now.
Everybody talking but they coming to the shows. Pull up in the rows, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking but they coming to the shows. Pulling up, being on swerving. Bad bitch pushing on curving. Run it out like a nigga earning.
So we all know what is a business. It is an activity where one or more person is engaged in with a common objective. And on the other side, it can also be called as exchange of goods and services for money. That's simple. From my personal opinion, it is really easy to understand business concepts, only if you think like a customer and not like a student. So without business, even the society and economy won't be able to function. So just imagine, would you be able to satisfy all your needs and would you be able to buy whatever you want without some kind of business happening around you? Definitely not. As far as business is concerned, it is for everyone to understand easily. So the points which I'm about to share with you, some of them are totally from a business perspective and the others are business concepts related to your life as well. Anyway, let's look into it. Opportunity recognition. You must have heard a lot of things about opportunity, like nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity, success is where preparation and opportunity meet, opportunity knocks at your door only once and blah blah blah. Of course, you have to make use of the opportunities that come in your way. But when it comes to business opportunities, it is quite different. Business opportunities are like buses. There is always another one coming. But on the other side, it is not always the same. All the opportunities are not going to be the same for you. According to your strengths and weaknesses and according to your capacity, it is up to you to strike the best one. The joy of business. It is always said that you have to have your passion towards what you're doing. Only then you can bring the best out of your ability. The same applies to business. One must have his passion towards his business. Only then it is going to be joy for him. Otherwise, it is going to be total hell. Unlike other people who are going to a job, entrepreneurs who actually own a business are engaged in more activities comparatively. So it is definitely not going to be easy for a person to be engaged in business without loving what he or she does. Supply and demand. If you had studied economics before, you would exactly know what I mean. So the meaning of demand is a need, and the meaning of supply is a particular thing which satisfies that need. It is that simple. So the concepts of demand and supply take us way back to the year 1890 and to Alfred Marshall itself. So let me give you a basic example now. Let's take that you're hungry. You go to a hotel, order your favorite food, enjoy it, pay the money and get lost. So the demand over here is your hunger and the supply is the food provided by the hotel. So what does the hotel get in return? Your money. And what is the very meaning of business? Just like I said before, exchange of goods and services for money. That's it, really simple. And any more of this would be too much of economics. Let's move on to the next point. Competitive advantage. Let me explain with an example now. In order to stand out from a competition, you have to be the best, you have to be skillful, and you have to be able to outwork and outsmart other people. But when it comes to business, it is not always about being the best, but being unique. Being unique is directly related to competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means the ability of a business to outperform its competitors by being unique. From this, we can understand that the levels of being best may always change. Like who was best this year and the last year and the previous year, it may always keep changing. But the level of being unique is always permanent and it never changes and never leaves from you as well. Not only for business, but for everything. Wealth creation. I'll explain wealth in the most simplest way for you. For example, let's take that you're working and you're earning lots of money. But if you stopped completely working tomorrow, So with all the money you've earned, how long would you be able to survive? So that particular time period of how long would you be able to survive can be regarded as wealth. But on the other side, it can also be termed as monetary possessions. So let me ask you a very simple question now. By which way is most of the wealth created by a person? By which mode does a person acquire lots of wealth? The answer is assets. For example, let's take all the rich people in this world. Do you think they really work every day so much and earn lots of money? Of course they do work, but they do something more smart than this. They own assets. They own every kind of assets possible. Some of the basic examples of assets are land, building, machinery, stocks, bonds, royalties, copyrights, and so on. And recently cryptocurrency as well. So the main reason why Elon Musk has become so rich and wealthy is that he owns a lot of assets, huge number of assets. So when it comes to wealth, it is definitely assets in these days. Risk taking. So when would you think of the word risk? Before making a big decision, no matter about what it is. Risk taking could become really common and even happen on a daily basis when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. But without risk taking, there is no success. Because risk taking is a great chance to learn. Without risk, businesses and entrepreneurs won't experience failure and thus not learn from mistakes. When it comes to an individual aspect, risk taking builds the courage to face the fear of the unknown, the fear of what's gonna happen next, and the same applies to a business as well. Time management. I would have spoken a lot about time management in this channel and in my previous videos. Because I am a strong believer of the fact that the most important resource that a human being could have in his life is time, 24 hours a day. Once spent, time will never return. But how is time considered to be important in a business? From stating down their objectives to satisfying a consumer, every aspect of a business requires time to be spent in a productive way. So business is definitely not a place where you must be wasting your time. Leadership. Communication, accountability, empathy, vision are all qualities that a good leader must have. So the main focus of a leader should be towards a goal. Yes, but a leader should be more focused towards his or her community. The very foundation of any business would be its employees. For having good employees, you must also have good leaders. By that way, as of 2021, the best business leader in this world is the current CEO of Apple, Tim Cook. Because even after the death of Steve Jobs, he was able to achieve the same results and even more than that and keep Apple as one of the world's best products till now. Financial literacy. Let's imagine that you go to a job and you start earning. But there is a problem over here. You don't know anything about money. You know only to spend it. And that's it. Can you be like this forever? Definitely not. It would be a disaster. You need some financial literacy. Because it is really important for every young person to learn about basic record keeping and how to read income statements, balance sheets, and cash flow statements. Learning how to save and invest your money is vital to gain financial literacy. Ownership. From an early age, everyone should be trained to own something, especially assets. For example, just think about it. As you grow up, there are going to be a lot of things entered in your name. For example, this land is in my name, this building is in my name, this account is in my name, and so on. Without learning the concept of ownership and knowing how to own things responsibly, there would be no financial power with you. Just think about it. You're going to grow up enough to run a family. By that way, you have to be skillful, efficient, and most importantly, responsible. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a small recap of this video. Opportunity recognition. Joy of business, supply and demand, competitive advantage, wealth creation, risk taking, time management, leadership, financial literacy, and finally, ownership. So I hope that this video was very useful and I hope that you would make the most out of this video. Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts about this video. So that's it for today guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family and drop your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos every week and that bell icon to get notified. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.